can't we get to the heart of people? You know what I mean? That's the thing. Sometimes I wonder if, are you surprised at the depths of, or the entrenchment of people who are holding on to these racist ideas? And why can't we get to that? And what is the key to bridging what my perspective is to someone else who doesn't even see it like that?
Mm.
Well, I have good news and bad news in this.
I bet you do.
the I'll start with the bad news. The bad news is that social media, and I talk a lot about the painful side of social media throughout the book. Social media causes us to be more deeply entrenched in our own buckets and silos and divisions. And what it does is it kind of creates a feedback loop of whatever. Say you have a problematic view about the world.
Mm.
There is a community online that will reinforce that over and over and over again and give you the impression that your view is not problematic, but that everybody else is problematic for thinking that yours is. And so what's happened, like Donald Trump in a lot of ways is the president that social media created.
Yeah.
I don't think you have, I don't even say this as a critique of his presidency, just as a historian, I don't think he's elected if there's no Twitter, if there's no Facebook. He
Mm.
emerged out of this small but devoted group of people who loved him on social media. So I'm worried that social media makes our divisions worse in a lot of ways. Now, here's the good news.
Mm.
Over the past 3 months, a lot of polls and studies have shown that more people now identify with the Black Lives Matter movement. More people believe that systemic racism is real than at any point in measured American history. Now, that's encouraging because what it means is that the awareness is building momentum. It also means that people are reading not just my books, but a dozen other really essential texts. People
Mhm.
are becoming more informed. And my hope is that we can keep that momentum. But even then, like being informed is not enough. And so, for instance, Sean Hannity said that on the day after George Floyd was murdered, he said he said it was horrible. And as much as I loathe him and think he's super problematic, there was this one day where he looked at it and was like, yeah, that should not have happened.
Mm.
And yet a few days later, he was speaking out against protesters and organizers and demonstrators. So like I was encouraged that there was this window where
Mhm.
somebody who rarely speaks out against injustice saw it and acknowledged it. But again, those windows, they close so quickly, you know?